It is Pep Talk Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. So today's Pep Talk Tuesday. We may or may not have one next week, so I'll warn you guys now. And this Pep Talk Tuesday is about an aspect that's occurring next Tuesday. What do you know? So next Tuesday, Wednesday, we have a quarter moon that will involve Neptune. So the Sun and Mercury will be in Gemini. Moon and Neptune will be in Pisces. Woo! Fun days ahead, right? So there are some things that I want you guys to be aware of as we're kind of rolling into this full moon. Now, this one is particularly challenging or problematic or inspirational, depending on how you're taking these aspects in your individual chart. But some of the things that we do know across the board for everybody that we can expect are this. So with the Moon and Neptune together in Pisces, this favors, highlights, and elevates. This is a very important word. Remember this. Elevates the compassionate, humanitarian, Christ-like nature in people, or it should. It should. This means that bullies, meanies, the selfish and self-serving, most of our United States Congress, and most dictators in other countries, and other odd assorted, forms of less evolved people will not be getting a fair break at this time. So, acting out of the goodness of your heart, which is always a good thing, is even more of a good thing right now, because the quarter moon is like cracking a walnut. It's like a square, but not. It is a square, but it's a little bit different because it's a lunation. So think of it like cracking a walnut. So in order for us to get to the real meat, the valuable meat inside the nut, man, we got a hard shell to crack. So that quarter moon comes along, and a quarter moon on a celestial or cosmic level is a lot like cracking a walnut. So in order for us to get into the goodies hidden inside this quarter moon, some people are going to have their nuts cracked, as it were. Okay, so with a Moon-Neptune conjunction, we know that kindness and Christian behavior, or Muslim behavior, or Jewish behavior, whatever the highest principles and pinnacles of your faith and spiritual practice is, that's what does best under this quarter moon. Those of you who have not been living up to those principles will definitely find yourself, having some issues. The other problem with this is because Pisces and Gemini are both communicative signs, and they're very much about communication and being fluid with the truth, as it were, because truth is relative. Truth is relative, and subject to change depending on what context and perspective you're looking at, which is not what most people want to hear. Anyway, with that said, in this particular instance with this quarter moon, there may be a lot of cross currents or conflicting and confusing miscommunication and misinformation floating around. So double check everything before you make permanent long-term agreements. Also, double check the information you're getting. It may not necessarily be because of malicious intent that you're getting information incorrectly. And at the same time, it could very well be that you're getting misinformation for very malicious reasons, because the person really is trying to pull the wool over your eyes. This quarter moon is going to bring all of that to light, and certainly bring it to a head. Now, with the Sun and Mercury together in Gemini, conjunct fixed star regalis, humor is the saving grace of the day. So as we move forward into this quarter moon, keep your sense of humor. It will be the one thing that saves you in pretty much all circumstances. The other thing is that with this quarter moon, with the Sun, Mercury, and Gemini on regal, squaring that Moon, Neptune in Pisces with Neptune in rulership, some of the things that I would hope for, and certainly cross our fingers, hope to see, are some technical breakthroughs, so some technological breakthroughs. So inspiration and invention and innovation win the day. So hopefully, possibly, we might see some relevant news or announcements involving some breakthroughs in technologies or technical stuff. Or something involving communication. So let's hope for some real awesome stuff, right? And that's it. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that is a lot. And as we move forward into next week, this is what we're going to be under. So with everything, it's going to feel a lot like, for a lot of us, it's going to feel a lot like a Mercury retrograde. So double check your